So CVs have certainly changed over 20 years, at least in terms of appearance. It wasn't uncommon to receive handwritten CVs, very often posted to you, creating a 2-3 day delay. If a candidate had bothered to use a word processor, you would admire their professionalism and commitment to their job search. And if anybody included a photo, that would guarantee that the CV would be passed around the office for everybody to take the mickey out of them. One thing hasn't changed though, and that's that CVs are often relied upon a little too much by the recruiter. So tip number 3 from my 20 tips from 20 years for 2020, you place candidates, not CVs. Here's 3 specific ways in which having the wrong mindset can create problems during just the early stages of your process. This is not an exhaustive list, but number 1, when you're taking a brief from a client, if you're thinking about CVs, you'll close it badly. You'll say to them, leave it with me, I'll send you some CVs. It implies you want to work in a clerical and transactional fashion, and it gets very limited commitment from the client. Secondly, if you're going to advertise the job, if you're focused on CVs, often the call to action is inappropriate. You'll end the ad by saying, if interested, email me a copy of your CV. Now, particularly, and it'll be many of you who are candidate short, you don't want to appeal to just job seekers, you want to appeal to the curious majority in your market. The people who'd be interested to hear a bit more, but are not looking, so they don't necessarily have an up-to-date CV. That barrier means you're unlikely to continue that conversation with them further. Thirdly, when you go back to the client, you'll be presenting CVs rather than candidates. You'll email bits of paper across, which clients will sometimes read, sometimes not, but if they do, they'll make assumptions. If your mindset is you want to present candidates, you will get on the phone, you'll get yourself in front of your clients, and you will talk them through the candidates you've got, thereby giving you opportunity to sell them better. So there are just 3 ways in which having the wrong mindset around CVs and candidates will create problems early on in your process. There are loads more. I'd love to hear some of yours. Managers, owners, try and ensure you're creating an environment where people focus on looking for candidates rather than just CVs. Monitor the rhetoric and terminology you use in your office. And please make sure you're not putting too much emphasis on KPIs for CV send-outs. If in isolation it inspires the wrong behaviours, at least link it maybe with a ratio to interviews to ensure that you're looking at quality rather than just quantity.